Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Russ. In this video, I'm going to go over our brand new update today. I haven't looked at anything of this yet, but this is going to be 1.0.2.0a. Obviously, this is an update that's going to be bringing our first DLC, which is very cool. We're going to have, access to the Dreamvale Overlook, Vesper, all that good stuff. But let's get into the actual changes. We have lucky dice are now tracked per profile instead of per character. Player will need to load and save the Fate Maker to apply the progression to the profile if created before this update. Thank you so much, Gearbox. You now only have to collect 260 dice one time on one character instead of having to do it every single time. This is literally the best change that has ever been put into this game so far, because having to recollect all those dice is just not it. I'm so happy they actually implemented a fix for this. Thank you so much. Fate Makers can now rename their pets and character at the quick change stations. This is also extremely good because for some reason you just couldn't do that at the launch of the game. Now you can actually change your character name, which is very, very cool. This hopefully will also fix the save file issue if you are trying to use save files. I know a lot of people in my Discord are talking about they can't use my save files because they're the same character name. So hopefully now you can change your character name and you can use the same save file multiple times, which is very, very cool. And chaos tiers can now go up to level 35. They increased it from 20 to 35, so you're gonna have 15 more levels to grind for. I can only imagine the the loot and any health that's going to be at that level. So that's very, very cool. That is an interesting change. I can't wait to see the community's reaction to that. But pre-mortal gear will now appear at chaos tier 35. So now there's a new level of gear. So now I know a lot of people are going to hate that because you're going to have to go refarm a bunch of gear that you've already farmed for, because volatile is now not the best in the game. But anyways, in the Chaos Chambers, Endless Dungeon have been allowed to start sooner to give Fate Maker more targets. Once that's good, that is amazing, honestly. So hopefully now enemy density will be a little bit better since things spawn faster. Moon Orb currency has been adjusted. Fate Makers were very quickly able to reroll enchantments to the point that the cost would be more than the maximum Moon Orbs they could hold. The grind for Moon Orbs was also slower than intended, and the best way to get them was to farm bosses in the Chaos Chamber. So the Moon Orb that the Fate Makers can hold now is increased from 4,000 to 16,000. Very good. Single Moon Orb drops are now worth 20 instead of 10. Moon Orb sacks are worth 80 instead of 40. Due to these changes, Moon Orbs sacks are now slightly less likely to drop versus single orbs. Okay, so that's just some good overall. But then the final chest in the Chaos Chamber essentially will now drop 14 Moon Orb stacks. Very, very good. Reroll cost accounts for the rarity of the gear, with legendaries being more expensive to reroll. The cost to reroll will stop increasing after 4,000 Moon Orbs, allowing the maker to continuously roll the gear. Yes, it won't brick anymore. They listen. It's actually not going to brick anymore. It's so good. Plus you have 16,000. So that means you'll have 4 rerolls at all times when you get max. They actually changed this. Oh, I'm so happy about that. So fixed various reports, rare crashes include those related to loading into areas. This is just crash fixes. We'll move on to the other stuff, addressing the following reported concerns. Again, more just like bug fixes. Is there any actual weapon change? There's a lot of bug fixes, so hopefully the game won't be as laggy, or if your game is messing up, hopefully that'll be fixed now. Obviously our weekly rotation, our feature run has been updated. It's going to be Lance and the Frost King, so it actually seems to be a pretty easy week this time. But then we also have some more notes where they fix some holes in Mount Crawl. Dragon Lord's Spectral Wyvern can now regen his shield and Chaos Chambers. The Ice Spike has been adjusted to deal damage to individual targets once per cast. So they did change the Ice Spike back. They changed it, then they reverted it, now they changed it again. But fixed an issue where Zomboss minions sometimes weren't showing up for the fight. Okay, class adjustments. So these are some actual adjustments to the game. Increase Dreadwind's damage as it scales with its higher levels by 28%. Okay. Adjusting UI concern with Dreadwind melee frequency appearing incorrectly on the HUD. So Berserker just needs to get some like quality of life buffs. Maybe this damage buff will be a little bit better too. I mean, Dreadwind's already very good, but obviously this is just for scaling. But then we get to Clawbringer. Increase the damage radius of Clawbringer's Cleansing Flames melee damage. Thank you. Remove the cooldown of the Storm Smite skill. Thank you. Increase Storm Smite's damage as it scales with higher levels by 50%. Thank you. Improve targeting for Storm Smite, and then remove Storm Smite's delay between the puddle and lightning bolt spawning. They literally, it's like, we're gonna make Storm Smite the best skill in the game right here. They completely buffed this. It's so much to it. They increase the damage, they remove the cooldown of it, they improve the targeting of it, and then they remove the delays. Like, oh my god, like they actually buffed this Clawbringer skill like crazy. I'm sure there are gonna be some crazy builds come out with this. Berserkers needs to get some quality of life changes. Obviously, our DLC's coming out, and just the overall quality of life changes up here with the loot dice, the moon orbs, everything like that. Crazy good. You can now change your character. Thank you so much for this update, Gearbox. This is going to go so well alongside our DLC 1. I literally cannot wait to actually jump in and play this. And if you guys did enjoy this and like to see more update videos, consider subscribing, dropping a like, and turn those notifications on. But thank you all so much for watching. If you guys are excited for all this DLC 1 content, be sure to stick around because I'm going to be posting so many videos today. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.